How's it going, everybody? It is December 21st. This is Merch by Amazon or Merch on Demand sales update. I wanted to give you guys an update on what's been going on after, uh, I guess I definitely did have a spike in sales. It would have been, I think it would have ended on the 13th. So just a day before this day. I think this is where I saw my big, huge drop from 25 sales. I think it was 25 in the US to 8. It might have been a day before, I'm not exactly sure. Uh, but overall, like I mean, I only had a spike for a couple of days and it went something like 9, 11, 25, and then back to 8. So, taking that into consideration, the month overall is actually still pretty strong because I'm recording this on the 21st, first thing in the morning. So let's say we're 20 days into December. I've already beat December in the US, in the US marketplace, which is, I'm sitting at 169 right now. And the previous month was 162, as you can see here. $567 in royalties. Let's see actually what the total sales. So 3,277, $570 in royalties per sale, 335. So, as of today, 10 days remaining, I have beat November. And let me actually see what the total here is. I wanted to show you guys like a random day. I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm sitting at 289 total sales this month compared to 290 the previous month. So one day off from meeting or beating November in my total sales, and that's with 10 days left. So that's amazing. So the reason I keep saying 10 days left is because, and this is I think what I was talking about. I don't know if I picked Sunday or what day it was, but I wanted to. I'm not sure what this is. This is no, we're looking at November. I wanted to look at a random day on in December after we had the spike. So, for example, 13 sales. So even though this is kind of what I'm getting at, the month started out, as just a little better than November. I was still averaging about 10, 11 sales a day. Then I had a spike halfway through the month, like everybody else, but it only lasted 3 days for me. Now it's back to, somewhat normal, but still, I'm still getting, you know, 13 sales a day, which means, like I said, I have, so if I get one more sale today, I will have beat, or if I get two more sales today, I will have beat November, and I've already beat November in the US. So that means that any way I look at it, this is a strong month. Now, I don't know if the sales are going to completely stop. I don't think so for the rest of the month. I think they're just going to continue at this kind of new December pace. I don't think there's going to be any more spikes or anything like that. I think that the holiday, rush is over. But I remember a comment I was talking to somebody a couple days ago where they basically said that they noticed that after the spike, their sales continued, I think, at a rate of something like 30% increase. Now I don't have the 30% increase in sales in general, but for me it's 10 to 20% here and there, on average daily. So my expectation here is that I'm gonna go into January much stronger than October and November. I think there's going to be a drop, in January, but I hope not a big one. I actually think there might even be, a case to be made for a continuation of so for example, not a huge drop, but I think it's going to kind of even out in January, and then hopefully slowly the sales ramp back up. I'm not sure why this is extremely slow today, but I just wanted to pull up the monthly chart to show you what I'm talking about, because sometimes, people talk about a huge, huge drop in sales. going from December uh, to January. But for people like myself who are mostly selling evergreens and not running um, ads aggressively in December, specifically for the holiday season or holiday shopping, then we just simply continue getting those sales. So this is what I'm talking about. So if you see here, for example, uh, where are we? So there was a huge drop here in January, but then look at what happened in February, right? It spiked back up. It almost doubled. This is 2022. In 2021, December to January, like my sales actually went up. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. If you don't have the holiday rush, the holiday spike in sales like here, like this is pure holiday. I remember actually this because this was getting a Amazon's Choice tag. It was a pop socket that just took off, and then once that went down, my sales just crashed. And it just happened that it was January. So this year, I'm kind of expecting that to happen because of this kind of wave that I've been getting. Because none of this is a result of holidays, of any campaigns that I'm running, of any products being marked as Amazon's Choice. Actually, all of that is gone for my account. Even like back here, I had a few Amazon's Choice products. None of them are tagged anymore. So this is as organic as it gets. And that's why I'm saying I think there's a strong case to be made that, this is going to continue at least around these numbers, but definitely not a huge drop like some people are expecting to see with their accounts. Like for example, with something like this, like where you go from 530 to 205, like your sales are halved. So that's kind of where I am. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So far, I feel great. And this is my U.S. These are my U.S. sales, my U.K. sales, for example. Also, look at this. Every day, I'm getting sales, right? Germany. Uh, Let me see. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. That's okay. Almost every day, right? I'm getting sales, and then a few slower marketplaces here. I think Italy's actually one of the more active ones. I'm not sure. Yeah. So, for example, I'm seeing like regular sales, and this is actually part of the strategy that I started a couple months ago. This isn't random. So overall, I feel good about December in general, and I feel good about, if there is any kind of uh, momentum that's building up slowly going into 2023. So very optimistic, very happy with the numbers. We'll see how the month ends. I hope you guys are doing well, and that's it. I'll talk to you soon.